Get top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope. You know what's going on around here, man. We got Angel Reese content again. Let's thank her again. Oh, excuse Mrs. Angel Reese. Mrs. Angel Reese Jr. Thank you for the content you giving us. Okay? They said, people said we should thank you. So, okay, thank you. Thank you. Listen, man, y'all Angel Reese fans, y'all need to knock it off, okay? Y'all all in the comments, all in your feels. This isn't the content creator's fault to speak on a professional basketball player who stays in the spotlight for everything else except for basketball. And when she is playing basketball, she missing on a consistent basis. She's missing easy layups underneath the rim. And y'all want us to not say nothing, especially when she painted herself a villain in the beginning of the WNBA season. Even before then at LSU, she painted herself as the villain and the victim, because that's what she keeps. She keeps flipping, flopping. Victim, villain, victim, villain, victim, villain, right? And she puts herself up there, the delusion of that, with Caitlin Clark. Can you imagine what Caitlin Clark would do in a 3-on-3 league where they can't double team her, face guard her all game? Can you imagine what... Can you imagine Caitlin Clark in this league? She averaged 40 in this league, man. Are you kidding me? So, the difference and the delusion of even a lot of her fans, y'all are insane. To think we're not going to speak on this. Caitlin Clark has millions upon millions of fans, right? And a lot of them are content creators and people who just cover sports in general. You'd be a fool not to pick up on Caitlin Clark. She's the biggest thing going in sports. So you're in a league and put yourself next to a woman who's the biggest person on the planet in sports to me. She's the biggest athlete on the planet to me. Okay? Everybody knows what Caitlin Clark is. And so, for Mrs. Angel Reese to, y'all just using my name for clicks, and then you go out there and score 4 points or whatever the case may be, 10 points the first game you had, and 14 rebounds, and people looking at 14 rebounds as if that's something astonishing. She got her done. Look at that again. She's a rebound queen. This is 3-on-3 basketball. Full court. The floor is spaced out. She's a lot of the times, probably more than half of those rebounds, she's the only one under there. There's nobody battling they're not really battling on the boards like that in 3-on-3 full court basketball. So, but Lexi Hall turned around and gave you 18, 19 points off the bench, right? If you could play basketball 3-on-3, like you see Chelsea Gray out there looking like she at Rucker Park, right? Jarrell Lloyd looks horrible. I don't understand. Shout out to Ben Daniel Podcast too, man. Not just for shouting me out earlier today on his video. Make sure you go check that video out if you haven't. But on the fact that he pointed out how these girls don't work on their games. Like really, most of them don't. And that's the problem with the product of the WNBA. The product stinks because you got all these girls, they want to be popular, and now that they're more popular than they ever been before, they look pedestrian out there on the court. And they scream they want to be paid more. You got Sabrina Ionescu even coming out admitting she getting paid probably more than mostly all the girls in that unrivaled league. Except for probably Nefesi and Brittany. But she probably right underneath them. Because she's Sabrina Ionescu. Right? And so for her to come out after 2 losses, she suffered her first 2 losses in Unrivaled and looked horrible, looked pedestrian. Oh, well, I just thought this was going to be a good place to work on my game and make bonds. You're supposed to be a professional, and it's supposed to be a competitive league, professional league. You're not here to make bonds and work on your game for the WNBA. Oh, Jesus. So Ben Daniel pointed that out, that most of these women, they don't even be in the gym like that consistently, because you can't just get in there and make a video. You went in there twice out of the week and think you're doing something. You went to the gym 2 times out of the week for about an hour or two and post that like you really was doing something. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark be in the gym basically every day, and they only post certain videos, but they only post certain videos of her, but she be in there. Yeah. Shout out to her trainer who let that be known too. She here. She in Indiana. She not back in Iowa. She not overseas. She not sightseeing. No, she in the gym all day. Right? Working on her game, working on her craft. You can tell when people be in that gym, because you don't just fall out of bed. Yes, you got God-given talent, but you got to water that seed for it to grow. So all that just falling. So Angel Reese, for you not to know how to make layups as a power forward, where that is your position, that's your area, that should be your expertise, that should be your crumb de la crumb, that should be all day long, easy money. You are challenged at it. So again, if anybody needs to be more humbler, instead of a humbler, more humble than Angel Reese. I mean, like, you got to understand you were scared to go up for a layup on a fast break. You gave it back to your teammate and said, nah, I don't want to get killed on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, whoever has it still. You worried about that type of shit. So you don't even attempt a layup, a fast break, wide open layup. And you're a professional basketball player talking trash about how much the WNBA is paying your salary, $75,000, like you deserve. Do you deserve more? You making $75,000 and you can't even make ABC 1, 2, 3 easy peasy layups. Somebody then stirred you wrong, told you wrong, taught you wrong, and you need to understand and come to the grips with that. More people will come to your side if you become authentic and realize what you're doing to your demise, your own demise. You're killing yourself because you stay in the media. You got a podcast yourself, and talking about people use your name for clicks. You have used Caitlin Clark's name for who you are right now today. That's the only reason people know who you are. And you feed on it. And listen, a lot of your fans, they respect it however you get the bag. And so it's so funny how silly they are to come and try to be the ones who defend Caitlin Clark and talk the realness about Mrs. Angel Reese. The fact that they would come in and, oh yeah, y'all lose her name for clicks. So you don't know how to say the same for her when it comes to Angel Reese using Caitlin Clark's name to be famous, period? To be relevant, period? Because I already been pointed out a long time ago that when she did this in the championship game and did this, that was calculated. She already understood the task at hand. If we win, I'm going to go taunt her and do this to her face and do this, and everybody's going to talk about it. Everybody's going to know my name. That was calculated because we live in a social media world where you can become famous overnight. Over one thing going viral, you can become famous in this world today. Literally. So she knew nobody knows who I am from basketball, but if I could do something that's controversial, I'll be known. Now my Instagram gonna go up. People get paid off of Instagram as well, and so on and so forth. TikTok gonna go up. All my followers is gonna go up. Her NIL deals went up. She ended up striking her Reebok deal with Shaquille O'Neal. So she capitalized off that moment. That's the only way we know you. Bayou, Barbie, whatever the hell it is. Mrs. Angel Reese Jr. That's your name. We're going to stick with that. No Bayou shit. Mrs. Angel Reese Jr., I feel is the proper name for you until you turn that around. But you got to be real with yourself and the people. In meantime, between time, at least go on your podcast and be like, yeah, I need to, yeah, them damn layups been pegging me for years. Whatever the case may be. Or just flip over a new leaf and actually go get your ass in the gym for real. Not for fake. We can tell when people faking. We seen Ben Simmons not be scared to take shots and didn't even want to attempt threes, but he would have practices and training videos where he's shooting threes on the off season, but never try one of them in the game. And so we understand, we can see who really works on their craft and who doesn't, even without any footage, even without training footage, just watching how somebody play. Like you can look at a Kyrie Irving, a Luka Doncic, and tell they do the same move over and over. They done patented a Sean Gilchrist-Alexander, a Caitlin Clark, a Nefesia Collier, like Ben Daniels said, he pointed out. Like a lot of people, a lot of skillful people, they're not just rolling out the bed and be able to be so, what do you want to call it? Like just official and efficient at what they do. It takes work. So we still waiting, Angel Reese, Mrs. Angel Reese, for you to show some kind of work, because last thing people fans of a sport want to see is a lazy professional player getting paid not to even, and it's not because they don't have the God-given talent, it's because you can just tell they don't work on the game, they don't take it seriously. So, who wants to buy into that? Who wants to tap into that? Who wants to view that? Who wants to buy tickets to go see that? Nobody. And when it's time to report on basketball, and that's the case for women's basketball for the majority, hell yeah, we gonna talk about it. So thank you, Mrs. Angel Reese, again, for continuously on bringing us the clicks, because you bringing us the content with all those misses. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's the Pope. Peace and love. I'm out.